Hey guys, how's it going? This is Dave, and welcome to a new episode of the Atmosphere Mailbox. We're answering your questions that you send in at twitter.com/minorstudios. You can follow us there for all the latest Atmosphere news and updates. But let's get started right now with all the questions you guys have asked. There were a lot this week, thanks very much. And we'll start with Rob Cousins, who says, since you're focusing development on the new engine, do you still want bug reports and stuff from the old engine? I'd say hold off on this for now. As we've mentioned several times, we are currently not making any changes or updates to the current desktop version of the game, so we can focus all of our attention on the new version, Project Stratosphere, coming out by the end of the year with multiplayer and online browser play and all that stuff. But once that comes out, we're going to really have to rely on you guys to give us as much feedback as possible. So I'd say wait a few months. When Stratosphere comes out, that's when you can really start to give us feedback. But thank you for offering your help. Cumbria Creation says, what profit do you earn from Atmosphere apart from people buying Atmos to upgrade their characters? Well, that's it for now. That's really our starting point, is character customization. That's a feature that a lot of users were really asking for back in the day when we only had Cameron. Now users want Cameron back, and there's a question about that later. You know, it's something that we've seen a lot of success with. A lot of people are buying Atmos and club memberships to get all the different weapons and character customization items, and it's been really great. And we're learning a lot about that within the game, and as we said, it's a starting point. In the future, we'd like to have more things that you'll be able to buy or purchase within the Atmosphere world to make your experience better. And anytime we do this, we want it to be fair. We want it to be something that really adds value to your experience and not just some throwaway, you know, crappy gift that doesn't make any sense. But you know, in multiplayer, this can be even more prevalent when you're seeing other players. Right now, it's a solo experience, but when you see other players, you're going to see what other people have won or what they've bought or what they've, you know, found in the world of Atmosphere, and so that's going to be something that continues to fuel this sort of thing. But good question. Liam Key says, this one's for Dave. Where did you get your nickname OK Samurai? And I like your guitar playing, inspirational. Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the guitar, some of the guitar stuff I've thrown up online. And it's OK Samurai was the name of a band that I was in high school and college. I played with my brother, was the drummer, and my two friends, Jeff and Don, were guitar and bass. And it was a lot of fun. There's no real story to it. We just thought it sounded cool, and we liked watching like old kung fu movies and stuff like that when we were practicing. So it sort of made sense like that. And it's cool. It's a funny name too, because it's like, is it OK Samurai? Are you just OK, you know, mediocre samurai? Or is it OK Samurai, go do this, like a command type thing? I don't know. Anyway, it's not that deep. It's just, I just thought it sounded cool. Neonox says, will cats ever be added to Atmosphere? You know, after the Catmosphere video last week, half of the Twitter messages I got this week were about people loving Catmosphere and wanting to see more of that. So thanks for that. But probably at some point we'll have something like, you know what, we have the tiger head and that sort of stuff in the game. I can foresee having cat and dog heads certainly in the game, and maybe tails, you know, as well, stuff like that. But I definitely think that pets will be in the future of Atmosphere as well. So maybe some little helper character that you can get, that, you know, a dog or a cat or a dragon or a crab or a skull or something like that, that will follow you and be able to help you on your journey, that sort of thing. Could be cool. C Weeks says, tell us about some levels that you or the Minor Studio staff have designed that you really like but have not been popular within the community. Well, you know, I think I've uploaded like close to 100 levels, so there's a lot out there, and of course not everyone's seen everything. There's this one called Aphelion Castle that I made a long time ago that I still like a lot. It's really, really hard, but I like it, and it has a really cool boss fight idea at the end, I think, but it's pretty difficult. Explosions Galore series I really like as well. That's particularly level 8, Explosions Galore 8. I think it has some cool ideas about the shooting gallery aspect that I haven't seen as many levels try out. And Linden's Treasure Caves 2. This is like a dungeon crawler type level where you have, you know, you're just trying to find as much treasure as possible, and it's pretty easy to find the minimum amount, but completionists will be able to search out and find there's a lot of secrets in that level to find as well. So hopefully if you haven't played any of those levels, I'd say check them out, and they might give you some cool ideas for your own levels and designs. Dark Soldier 33 says, are you going to have a color-coded key and door system where different color keys go with different doors? Yeah, this has been brought up before and several times, and I think it's a great idea. We've started with something simple, just one key working with any type of door, but I think in the future we'll be able to build upon that, and I think multicolored keys would be really cool, particularly for co-op play. Would be really cool if one player gets the red key, one character gets the blue key, and they have to work together to get to a common goal. That could lead to some really cool experiences. So yeah, very good idea, and I think we'll see that eventually. Smashed Up TV says, what happened to the piranhas you said would be made with the river pieces? You know, we tried them out and they were very limited and they weren't working quite the way we wanted to, so rather than just put in a throwaway character, you know, we decided to leave them out for the time being. Once we had full underwater support, which eventually is coming, again, everyone always asks, every week I get questioned, where's water coming? It's coming eventually. I can't say when exactly, but we'll have real underwater enemies that'll work within the underwater environment and not just the single tile piece that we have right now. Blazing Platinum says, which packs do you really want to see implemented in the game, and are there any already in the works? So he's asking about the different theme packs and stuff like that we have in the game. You know, one thing I'll say is with Project Stratosphere, we're moving a little bit away from the theme pack idea. And the reason for that is we're finding we want to add a lot of cool items, but we don't want to have to build a whole theme pack around them, right? So we might have a cool idea for like a teleporter device, but that really doesn't fall within any of the given packs right now. And so, you know, that sort of stuff, I think we're going to see less about theme packs and more about specific blocks and things you can mix in. But there might be collections of blocks that still fall into themes and stuff like that. I'm really interested in user-created textures, having seen the mods that you guys are making. They're just fantastic, they're really cool, and they just add a completely cool element to the game. Back when we first started Atmosphere, someone sent me in a mod that they made. This is the very first mod of Atmosphere, where someone made this black and white world. They retextured everything to be black and white, and they put Cameron as a color character in the middle. And it was very cool, and it just had this fresh feeling to it that I hadn't seen before, having tested and played the game so many countless hours. And that's the type of thing that I think could really add some life and extend the life, I should say, of Atmosphere. So I'd love to see that in the game eventually, and I think we'll have to make that step down the road. Tree Ice Wolf says, will we see Cameron in the main game again, or maybe a Cameron costume? Also, if you had to choose PSP Go or DSi. So of course we were talking about Cameron earlier in the show, and yeah, I think Cameron in some form is going to come back. I don't know exactly how. I don't think it'll be a complete different character, because rigging a whole character up and everything is taking a lot of time, and I think that could be, it's probably going to be more in the costume side of things, or maybe some sort of award or icon or something. You'll see. We'll eventually add something like that into the game. For PSP Go and DSi, I'm not completely sold on the PSP Go. I think the price point is a little bit high for what it offers, and I haven't seen enough about the DSi to really, I think it has a lot of potential, but right now the DSiWare games especially have been on the lackluster side for the most part, so I'd say give them a little more time. I'd say by the holiday season, hopefully we'll have a better picture. I don't even know if the PSP Go is coming out by then, but we should have a better picture of if the DSi has software enough to balance it out. Purple Drake says, in Stratosphere, will we ever be able to pull boxes? Hopefully eventually, yeah, I'd like to do that. And again, moving more towards seeing how they do things in Zelda, for example, with box puzzles and triggers and things like that. I'd love to include some of those elements in Atmosphere, and I can see a lot of great ideas coming out with that. Being able to push a box or pull it off a ledge, it falls down to this section, it makes a staircase so you can get up to a new section. There's a lot of great possibilities with that, and if we keep it as open-ended as Atmosphere is, that could be really cool. And finally, Mr. Nerd 13 says, a Stratosphere update, please. Well, a lot of progress has been made recently. I was playing through a bunch of levels yesterday, old levels, in the new game, and there's still some discrepancies here and there, particularly with character physics and things not exactly working 100% like they were in the game, but I will say that performance is going really well. The levels are running really nicely and smoothly, and I think we're making a lot of progress, and we're on track still for the end of the year with Project Stratosphere, so things are looking very good. But that's it for today, so thank you guys, everyone, for asking your questions. You can submit new questions for next week's episode to twitter.com/minerstudios. So thanks guys for watching, and have a great week.